Welcome to another Hopcast.
The seasons have changed, and we're back outside.
Right.
Glorious day.
You may remember this from episode 1. We were on the roof back in August of 08.
Oh, it's been so long. Luckily, funding has still sustained over that period of time. The sponsors have not dropped out.
We afforded the roof access again. And so we're back.
Yes. And we're on a wood deck here.
So why not wood? Makes me think of wood beer.
Yes. So why not do some wood-aged beer?
Right. Beer from the wood.
And as many of you out there know, wood-aged beer, really good beer.
Top notch.
Yeah.
It's the bee's knees, as I like to say.
It is the bee's knees. I can't believe you busted it out, but yes, I agree. So first off...
So we got 2 wood-aged beers.
Yeah, we're going to do 2 of them.
Of course. This wouldn't be a Hopcast without 2
because
beers.
that's how we do.
So we're going to do the Dogfish Head Palo Santo.
Yes, the Palo Santo Marron, and the Palo Santo is a specific type of wood that they actually age this on.
It's calling for the Benjamins here.
Exactly. So dollar bill, y'all. And you would expect nothing less from Dogfish Head, especially since they're asking about $12 a 6-pack. And this is what you get. That's why the price is so high.
So the Palo Santo is a wood from South America, right?
I believe that. Yeah, right. You're correct.
And they don't usually make barrels out of this particular tree.
Okay.
Because there's not like enough of that. It takes a lot of this tree to make the wood. If I understand, if I remember correctly.
Well, apparently you know more than I do.
That's why it's so expensive. So anyone you say, or Charlie's got something to say. What? Charlie's gonna.
No, I'm just saying, if you go on the Dogfish website, you can click on this beer, the Palo Santo Marron. There's a whole documentary on the. It's like a mini doc on the Dogfish website about this beer and about the making of the giant barrel that they age it in, and it's very informative. So I recommend checking it out.
But
it's out on YouTube, right?
Yeah, it's on the Dogfish website.
And it's a link to YouTube.
Could be.
I'm pretty sure. Okay.
Yeah.
So either way, go to. I'm pretty sure it's dogfish.com. And you can check out a documentary on the making of Palo Santo Marron.
Right. So they had to find someone special to make them a barrel of the Palo Santo.
Gotcha.
So it cost them some good money, and
Big time green.
this beer. So you're getting your money's worth when you spend this beer or buy this beer.
Right. Gotcha.
Should we pour it on out?
Let's do it. All right.
So that poured out pretty dark.
That's pretty hefty. That's a real dark beer.
Black Oz, right? It's a brown barrel aged, correct?
Right. Yeah. It's a brown ale that's aged on Palo Santo wood. And I've had this before. And I guess it's been a while. I don't remember it being this dark. I remember it being a pretty hefty beer, but I don't remember it being this dark.
And we checked the date on the bottle. They printed on the bottle. It was May 28th, 08. So it's been almost a year. What's the date today? April 16th, 17th?
Middle April.
Middle April. I don't know what you call. Middle April 9th. So almost a year. So it's a little aged and matured.
Yeah, it's been conditioning in Brad's cellar.
Shout out to the cellar.
Shout out to the cellar.
And the lower third for that, bradcellar.com.
Bradcellar.com.
Just a live feed of my cellar.
You would do that too. You can watch a live feed of Brad at work if you want. But
you could
no
do
one wants to.
No one watches. It's really boring because I'm like, yeah, no one's watching.
Brad's like, and that's about it. Every once in a while he'll bust out a beer, and then you're like, yeah,
Brad's doing something.
So
anyway, back to the beer.
We regress.
So the smell is kind of dull. Oh, you drinking? You spilling?
No, I'm not drinking. I'm just spilling on myself. Yeah.
A little dull, but yet fruity.
It's less aromatic than you would expect from like, you know,
A wood beer.
a wood beer, number one, a very dark beer, number two, and number three, just like the Dogfish Head brand, like usually has very aromatic qualities to their beers.
Let's dive on in here.
What I am getting is very wood-like.
Oh yeah, the wood comes out huge in the taste.
Oh,
Shout
wow,
out
yeah.
to the wood.
I'll give a major shout out to the wood. The aroma does not give the beer justice in this case. There could be more aroma. We were at the Rockfest today, which is a festival for all the rock bottoms in the Chicagoland area.
Right.
And for instance, there was one beer there. It was the 2-year-old aged bourbon barrel
Right. And
ale,
bourbon came out.
and
big.
the aroma was insane. You know, so.
But that was the bourbon, which this was just straight up wood. So.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, not to sound like an amateur, but I don't know enough about it to tell you the truth.
About the Palo Santo wood.
Exactly. I never have held a piece of Palo Santo Marron or Palo Santo wood, but it is supposedly very, very sought after, and it's also the wood that they use to age the much anticipated popsicle.
Oh yes,
Which will
we'll have a Dark Lord, but I've heard mixed things.
it premiered at Night of the Living Ales, and will be for sale, I believe, by 22-ounce bomber. At,
We'll be
Dark
picking
Lord.
up a bottle, so we'll be sure to feature it here on the Hopcast.
Totally pick it up.
But the Palo Santo is so smooth. Right, I think we're downgrading the like woodiness. Like the beer itself is excellent.
Yeah, I'd like to know what the base beer is before they age it on the Palo Santo.
You think it's
like,
their brown? You have a keg of their brown right now.
I do have a keg of the Indian brown ale right now at my place, and I don't think that it's the same one because I'm not getting as much hops as I am from the Indian brown.
But this is a great beer, and if you haven't seen the Hopcast before this, Ken and I were at Dogfish Head.
We've been.
Right, we had 4 beers. The live stadium's audience is fucking shit up out here.
Peanut Gallery is getting out of control. I'm sorry for the neighbors.
But we were at Dogfish Head. Check out that episode for sure on the Hopcast website. This is a solid beer from Dogfish Head.
I mean, don't get us wrong here. I mean, this is a fantastic beer. So if you haven't tried it and you see it, it's sold in 6-packs for probably $11,
$11, $12.
$11 a 4-pack. Certainly something that you should try if you have not done so.
Right, especially if you like browns. It's a brown beer, wood aged, so it's maybe not great for the summer, but keep it for the winter if you see it.
Yeah, that's one thing that's nice about this beer. Whenever you buy it, it's going to age well.
It's a wood beer,
and it's high in alcohol. So
right, what's it coming into?
What was it, like 8 or 9%?
Lower thirds.
Oh, okay, 12, whatever.
That does not taste like 12.
No. So this is like right in there for a session beer for you, right?
Right, this is a sessionable beer. It shouldn't be a sessionable beer, but it could be. I might end the night sooner.
It's on the Brad drinkability sessionable beer scale.
Right, but recently I've changed the Brad drinkability scale to the Brad barometer.
The double B Brad barometer.
Right, same scale. I'm going to put this at a 88.
All right, as far as the Hunnemeder goes, we haven't employed this this whole segment in a while, but I would put this on the Hunnemeder at probably about 92, 93, somewhere around there. This is a really, really great beer. I'm enjoying it a lot.
So, Dogfish Head, top-notch stuff all around.
As always. I mean, you're always going to expect great things from Dogfish Head. They're a very innovative brewery, and they're doing a lot of great things, and they have some crazy techniques going on over at Dogfish Head, and quality is always number one. So,
check them out, and we're gonna finish this up and move on to the Fred from the Wood. So we finished out the Dogfish Head. Delicious.
Very, very delicious. That Palo Santo Marron.
We don't
Super woody.
feature Dogfish Head enough for how much we love them.
Yeah, and you know they're like a staple in the craft beer industry, and so maybe it's because of that fact. Maybe we kind of overlook them because we just assume
We can get them. We can get them all the time.
They're nationally distributed, and it's just easy to get them. And for that fact,
but it is a craft beer.
oh, absolutely.
You have to remember that.
And it's a very great craft beer. Dogfish Head does great stuff. They're one of my favorite breweries in all of the world.
They're up there.
So
I forget about them because they're so like well known, and you're just like you're kind of going for the underdog, but they are the biggest underdog.
and especially after watching Beer Wars.
Right, you saw the movie. I didn't make it to it.
Good movie.
We had a mooner.
The live studio audience is not treating us well.
I'm sorry. That was just too funny.
But all right, so it's Beer Wars. You saw it. I did. So we're gonna move on to the second beer. We're gonna do the Hair of the Dog. I love Hair of the Dog.
Me too.
So I have to give a big shout out to Maggie and Ted. Not Maggie and Ted. Mora and Ted. Again, Mora and Ted for this beer. They're always giving us the love with the Hair of the Dog. They sent us the blue dot. You're laughing, you messed me up. I'm trying to like roll with it while you laugh here, but you messed me up. Mora and Ted sent us the Fred from the Wood. They also sent us the straight up Fred. So the Fred from the Wood has been aging for 6 months in the wood. And you know what? I've got the wood for the Fred.
Okay. Tent check.
It's the pants.
He's got a pants tent.
Yeah, it's the pants. Seen Curve, you know what we're talking about.
I would advise you to
Okay. Let's keep going.
So the Fred from the Wood. All right, we were talking about this at the break. This is rare that Hair of the Dog is below our previous beer in alcohol.
Exactly, because we were sitting there, we were drinking the Palo Santo Marron, and I didn't think that it was high as it actually was.
12%.
It turned out to be 13.
No, it was 12. It said 12 on the bottle.
Check the bottle. I'm pretty sure it's 13. It's right there.
12. I think it was 12.
12% alcohol by volume.
12%.
Brad is correct.
And so, Hair of the Dog coming in a week.
So on the Brad scale, it's a very weak 10% alcohol.
That's like
Because that's how Brad does.
kitty
He's like, yeah, you know, but there's some hops. I guess. I guess I can taste it.
9% is Brad's scale of a beer.
So yeah, you're absolutely right.
So 10, that's weak. That's weak sauce. So it's rare that Hair of the Dog is a lower alcohol. Because Hair of the Dog
Than any of the other beers that we're
Hair of the Dog's
we're
always coming in at 10 and above.
I've never seen one of the beers that are like 8%. Ooh.
Hair of the Dog doesn't mess around like that.
and so
Right, well, they're all bottle conditioned and they're all high alcohol. So I say we pour it on now and see what they got.
all right.
So we went back to the Hopcast archives, and in the Brian and Katie episode, we did the Hair of the Dog Blue Dot, and that was only 7%.
A meager 7%.
I think, as far as that's the only Hair of the Dog I've had that one.
Hair of the Dog makes some of the best beers in the world.
Right, they're top 5. Top 5 for me.
I'm with you.
You're with me?
Yeah, like strap me on your back. Let's pony ride this thing.
Hair of the Dog, we're coming for it. We're all the red carpet. The Hopcast is coming. You don't see a lot of sediment, but it's cloud.
it's not translucent. You're not really. I mean, you got nothing going on here. You're not seeing anything. But the aroma, very much like almost tart.
Right, a little syrupy, sweet. Should we dive on it? Let's dive on it.
Let's go ahead and go in. Oh man, that is right up my alley.
I think it's probably a little more sour for you, right? You're getting a little sourness.
I love it. Yes.
So it might be turning me off a little. Wood is going down.
See, if you haven't watched the Hopcast before, my name is Ken, and I'm more into the sours than this guy right here, which is Brad.
Brad Chmielewski.
Brad Chmielewski.
We forgot to do our names at the beginning.
We did, so you wouldn't know. But to each his own. You know, some people like totally different beers. This is a perfectly well-crafted beer.
This is kind of weird that it's a sour wood beer, right? Is that unique to the wood aging that it comes out sour?
I would say it's very much the Belgian style.
Okay.
Where the Belgian styles, a lot of their wood aged beers are also sours. But you know, in general, a lot of Belgian beers are sours.
I think
so.
But if you're not a sour beer fan, like myself, this could turn you on to the sour beers because it just kind of, it's a little tart.
He's coming. Don't worry, I'm getting him into it.
We're talking about wood.
He's all over the place.
Gross.
This is the dirtiest Hopcast ever.
Jesus Christ.
It's the way you like it, baby.
Seriously?
So it's not over.
This I think has as far as like sour beers go, a very nice balance.
Right. The hops and the wood and yeah.
So maybe if you're not a fan per se of the sour beer genre, this might be a nice gateway for you.
Right. Join our Facebook group. Follow our Twitter. We're always updating and posting new pictures. So check us out.
Absolutely. So we've had a couple great wood aged beers tonight.
Right. Hair of the Dog.
Always a wonderful pick.
If we're looking for a winner of the night,
Is it wonderful?
I think the Palo Santo is a more session.
Yes.
At 12%, it drinks smoother and a little less boozy. But we got some audio issues, so let's wrap this up.
At any rate, basically what you want to do is drink wood-aged beers because they're really, really fantastic.
They're good. Don't steer away from the wood.
And if you're brewing your own beer and they suck, age them on wood and they might be better. That's basically. All right, so done, right?
So thanks for watching the Hopcast. Check us out, hop-cast.com, Facebook group, Twitter.